Lyon have just been relegated from Ligue 1 to Ligue 2, or as the French say, Ligue 2. And I'm going to explain how and why this has happened, and also the potential consequences for Lyon, and also how a Premier League team could potentially benefit from Lyon's relegation. But before I start, could you like, comment, share, subscribe this video? I'd really appreciate it and it means a lot. Now let's get back into the video. Now if you think Lyon got relegated because of poor form and a bad league position, you'd be wrong. I wouldn't blame you, because I think like 2 years ago they had a bad start of the season. I think in January they were in the relegation zone or near the relegation zone. But eventually they did escape relegation and they didn't get relegated. There was a viral video where the supporters, the ultras, they confronted the Lyon players. And eventually that season though, they overcame relegation and they were safe. Same happened this season, they came 6th. And historically, Lyon, in the 2000s, they won 7 league titles. I'm pretty sure that was in a row as well, which is crazy. And they've had a former Ballon d'Or winner in Karim Benzema be at the club, and legendary iconic players also be at the club. Even 4 years ago, they had reached the Champions League semi-final where I forgot who they played, but they beat Manchester City in the quarterfinals, and Manchester City in 2020 was absolutely insane. They didn't win the league that season, but they were insane. Now I'm going to explain why it happened. So essentially what happened is they had massive debt. They had debt around 200 million euros. And so this is basically what happened. In November 2024, the owner, his name is John Textor, was given a provisional relegation from the French FA, the people who control the finances for the French league. And it was a provisional relegation because he had debts of around 200 million euros. He then came out to say, it's not going to happen, we'll have this all sorted out. And the Lyon fans probably thought, okay, yeah, we understand. And in January, what happened is Lyon, they sold key players. They sold Saïd Benrahma, and I actually thought Benrahma was still at Brentford for some reason. And did you know he didn't actually play in the Premier League for Brentford? He actually played for West Ham. For some reason, I always thought he was at Brentford still. And currently he's in Saudi. But Saïd Benrahma, who's playing for Lyon, and he got sold in January. And also Anthony Lopez, and he was a key player. You know, you're not going to be a bad player if you're starting keeper for Lyon in Ligue 1. They also have Nemanja Matic right now. But they've had to sell Anthony Lopez and Benrahma. Those are big sales. But in the end, they did finish 6th in the league. And that happened in May 2025. And now, today, what has happened is it's been announced that they're going to get relegated from Ligue 1 and into Ligue 2. And Lyon have since appealed and are hoping to get a reversal of the... Now, the potential consequences of Lyon getting relegated to Ligue 2 is the most obvious, is players getting sold because they don't want to play in Ligue 2. And even the players that want to stay there, they're going to have to cut their wages by a lot, and I don't know if they want to do that. And that's if they get relegated. If they get relegated, it's going to be disastrous for them. Now, how a potential Premier League team could benefit from this. John Textor, he owns Crystal Palace and Lyon in this multi-club ownership world we live in. And this is key, because if Lyon get relegated, there's a potential way for Crystal Palace to be in the Europa League. Before its relegation, the UEFA was doing some stuff to stop Crystal Palace getting into the Europa League. But if Lyon get relegated, there's a huge chance where they'll just put Crystal Palace in the Europa League instead of Lyon. And this could definitely benefit Crystal Palace. But the Lyon fans will go actually mad. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think of all this? Do they deserve to get relegated? Do you think they'll actually will get relegated? And if they do get relegated, how long do you think it is until Lyon gets back to the top? I'm saying if they do get relegated, it'll take them 3-4 years. They have a big fan base, so they still gain a lot of money through ticket sales. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.